What's up, Taiji fam? We're back here with another video with the Taiji Legacy. Today's video, we're going to be discussing handstand and basically want to give you progressions, techniques to help you control it better. And this is a full Taiji guide, so cue the intro, please. Alright, so first of all, I'll show you guys how to do a handstand first of all. I'm not the greatest at this handstand, I'm still trying to perfect it, but I'll show you where I'm current at now. I'm not sure if I was straight or my body was aligned properly, but you get the idea. I'm basically be teaching you guys how to hold it better and the proper techniques for you to be able to control it better, become more consistent as a move. Alright, so I just reviewed the footage of what my form was at. You can still see that my body, my upper part was slightly in a curve. I still got to fix my alignment. But we'll get better together. But well, first of all, I'd like to discuss is the prerequisites, what you need to know about the handstand. Firstly, so first of all, you got to be able to first is getting into the handstand. It's just getting into the rhythm of the sort of movement you're in, because your body is not used to this kind of movement or positioning already. The second one is knowing how to break away. So if you pop into a handstand, you got to know how to exit out of it. You can't just flop over or flip over and hurt yourself. You got to know how to break away. And thirdly is holding the handstand, knowing the correct fundamentals and knowing how to hold this handstand properly. So let's get into the next part of this video. So now let's get into the whole fundamentals of the handstand. First of all is you got to know how to become straight. Second of all, you got to be able to hold the position. And lastly, you got to be consistent with each attempt. So while you're going into a handstand, you got to make sure that the kick is not the same and make sure that the stroke you put into that kick is going to be consistent. That's the hardest part of the handstand, in my opinion, is the consistency you put into each attempt. But becoming straight, holding position is also the hardest part. It's also about the techniques you involve with each attempt you put in. Now let's get into techniques on how to control the handstand better, techniques that help you control the movement a lot better. So first of all is the hand, control the hand positioning. So when you're going into the handstand, your body relies heavily on your hands. Whether you're going to sway forward or whether you're going to sway backwards, it depends on the hand positioning you put or the strength you put into your palms and your fingertips that will rely where your positioning is. So if you're going forward more, you need to put more strain into your fingertips, alright? If you're going forward this way, your body's tilting this way, you need to put more strength into your fingertips. And the vice versa, if your body's going backwards, if your body's going backwards, the opposite way, you're going to turn your, put more pressure onto your palms. So now it's just a match against balance, against your whole self. While you're having your body, it's you're testing your body to see where it's at, and you're basically going up and down to see where it's at to make sure it's straight. The second tip I have for you guys is to point your toes when you're going into the handstand. You guys want to make sure that you're pointing your toes as you're going up. As soon as you press into it, you lock out your elbows, you lock out your shoulders, and you're basically pointing your toes, right? So everything's all fixed, everything's all clenched together and perfectly straight, hopefully. The third one is tightening your core and your lower back. When you're going into, you want to make sure you're tightening your whole abdominals, your lower back, and basically everything you're putting into that handstand attempt, you're tightening everything as you're going in and you're trying to become straight. Fourth one I believe is really important also. You want to make sure that you're breathing properly. If you're not breathing during a handstand attempt or during a handstand hold, you're going to fail, you're going to puff out, your face is going to become red, all the blood's going to flow through your face and you're not going to look pretty anymore, right? So when you're doing a handstand, when you're holding it, make sure you breathe in, you breathe out during the whole attempt that you're doing. Alright, so the fifth tip is full focus and concentration on the attempt itself. Once you're going into a handstand attempt, you want to make sure your focus is on that move, right? So while you're going into it, you make sure I want my body to become straight. I'm concentrating to make sure my body is straight. Just basically your tunnel vision is more narrow, and basically holding handstand straight, holding in general is practically your whole goal. And the sixth tip is your alignment has to be known. When you're going into a handstand, you need to make sure, you need to know your body first of all. If your body's slightly bent or if it's straight, you can read it from your lower back. You'll know it yourself. You have to train yourself, practice enough to know if your body is bent or it's curved, and you need to fix it by yourself. So it's self-discipline, but this is built up from around our practice. seventh tip is the slight cave with your hands. So your hands aren't just in a straight position, it's more spread out and it's caved like this, alright? So it's not straight out, it's more caved, so you have more space to go around, control the hand movement. Eighth tip is to, when you go into a handstand, you want to try to look this way. So if I'm doing a handstand this way, I want to try and look that way. It's hard, trust me, but if you're going to, I'm doing it like I was doing the handstand before. I was doing the handstand and I was looking straight down, my body wasn't looking back. If I would have looked back, my body would become a lot more straighter. That's something that I have to practice more, and eventually I will get it if I do practice more, but yeah, we'll do it together. Second last tip is to practice nearly every single day, nearly every day. Alright, practice nearly every day. 10th one and the last one is to avoid a banana shape. So when you're going into a handstand, you see most of the time, undisciplined people, when they're going into the handstand, their body is kind of, they have a bend and it's like a banana shape. If you suspect your body going into a banana shape, quickly jump out of the handstand because it's a bad habit and you don't want to build bad habits here. If you suspect it, jump down, re-attempt a straight one. And a bonus tip for you guys, when you're going into a handstand, don't try to walk. If you're trying to just learn how to hold it, like a proper gymnast and stuff, don't try to walk. If you're walking to find that balance, your body's not strong enough to do that. Right? So just if your conscience is telling you when you're attempting the handstand to walk somewhere else, hop off the handstand, try again, and just to hold it practically, just stay still, alright? Next part of this video is to know the foundation for it, alright? You need to practice from steady progression to eventually become stronger fully smooth. So, number one, wall assistance handstands. Back to wall and front to wall as well. You need to practice that. If you practice that, your body is going to, your shoulders are going to become stronger. Getting to that movement. Maybe this might be your first time doing it. Maybe you're trying to become stronger. A good way to get stronger for this, to train your muscles, is to just get into that position with the assistance of a wall. The second one does involve a wall as well. I like to call it lean off. So you get into a wall, back to wall, and when you come into it, your feet are on the wall, and then it comes off, and you're trying to hold that by yourself. If you feel like you're gonna fall back, jump back onto the wall with your feet, and then re-attempt to hold her again. Third one is to do pike and Hindu push-ups. You want to build your strength in the push region, specifically in the shoulders, right? So doing pike push-ups, Hindu push-ups will complement it and will help you become stronger holding the handstand. The fourth one, I want you guys to practice frog stance as well. So when you're holding it, and it's, I guess, an easier version of handstand. Trains your shoulders in that way too. Fifth attempt, the fifth one I have for you guys is regular handstand hold attempts, alright? Just slight hold. So you jump into it and then you come down. You jump into it, you come down straight away. Hold it for a split second, you come down. This is just make sure you guys get used to the kick of the strength you put into that kick. It helps you become more consistent with each attempt. So we're nearly finished this video, alright? So I would like to throw in some last tips that I have for you guys, alright? We have plenty of tips to go through, alright? So the first one I have for you guys is to practice before each workout, not after. If you practice after a workout, you're going to be sore, especially if you do a push workout. You're not going to be able to hold it. You're already dead in those muscle areas already. So practice before a workout, alright? Secondly, get into the habit of becoming more focused on your body alignment and positioning. Okay? Third one, don't force yourself into a hold you're clearly unstable from. So if you jump into a handstand and you're unstable, you feel like you're gonna fall down, don't walk off, just jump off and try it again. Fourth one is to learn to break away if the start off is bad. If your kick is still inconsistent, you want to make sure that you're just able to break away properly without injuring yourself, right? So as soon as you suspect that your start off is bad, your kick is bad, just hop off and try it again. It's all trial and error in this situation. The fifth one is to stop practicing handstands after your form of strength appears to be decreasing as you try more. So when you're trying handstands and you keep on trying to do it within a certain day or within a certain set, you're going to become weaker. Your shoulders are going to you're going to lose strength basically. You keep on trying, the weaker you're going to get. So as soon as you suspect that your form is lacking, stop for that day or rest for like an hour and then try again. You just let your body replenish yourself. The sixth tip I have for you guys is to get in the habit of getting out of your habits, right? Get in the habit of getting out of your habits, such as banana form. Record yourself doing handstands and make sure if you're doing a banana form, try to get out of that habit perform a habit by getting out of that bad habit, if you get what I mean. Alright, lastly, personal tips that I take, right? So what the personal tips that I take for myself when I'm doing a handstand is that I perform all fundamental necessities into one attempt. So when I'm doing a handstand, I make sure to point my toes, tense my core, push out, lock out with my arms, make sure I'm straight with I'm putting my strength into my hands, and keeping in mind of my body alignment. If I suspect I'm leaning to this way, I'm going to control my hands so I'm becoming more straight, and I'm breathing properly. I put everything into one motion. I think about all the stuff I'm supposed to do and I put it into one attempt, and that's how I get better. But I still have a long way to go. I'm still not that where I want to get, but we'll get better together. Alright, so we are done for this video, guys. It was a pretty long video. I had to talk a lot. I was talking a lot of talking. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed everything that was discussed in this video. Hopefully you can learn something from this video. Hopefully you can do a handstand better after this. But yeah, stay strong, never give up, make gains. Touch them to the end to thick and thin. Taiji's always within. Peace out, guys.